doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread podcast in the house. Hey!
We'll have a little pop-up. Have everybody over. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. Just all this blackness, and we all just getting together. We playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, you know, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights. You know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. We cannot look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here in Minnesota are saying to people in New York, to people in California, to people in Memphis, to people all across this nation, enough is enough. And we are not responsible for the mental illness that has been inflicted upon our people by the American government, institutions, and those people who are in positions of power. I don't give a damn if they burn down Target, because Target should be on the streets with us, calling for the justice that our people deserve. Where was AutoZone at the time when Philando Castile was shot in a car, which is what they actually represent? Where were they? So if you are not coming to the people's defense, then don't challenge us when young people and other people who are frustrated and instigated by the people you pay. You are paying instigators to be among our people out there throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And so young people are responding to that. They are enraged, and there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops. Charge the cops. Charge all the cops. Not just some of them, not just here in Minneapolis. Charge them in every city across America where our people are being murdered. Charge them everywhere. That's the bottom line. Charge the cops. Do your job. Do what you say. This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
Do better.
Hey, what's going on now, y'all? Triple B podcast, Brother Breaking Bread in the house. We are here. 10 meters. Half of the brothers of Doom. Joe Jeff. I'm the KC Stork. How y'all doing, fellas?
What's up?
Hey.
What's up?
Woo! That's
Tamika
Tamika.
Mallory, man.
Tamika.
Yeah.
Getting in their ass.
Yeah, man. That was a powerful speech.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
The music kind of threw me off.
Yeah, it's a little rock bandish.
Yeah.
it'd been better if they had some Tupac in the background, just playing real low.
Oh, Public Enemy. I don't know.
There you go. Fight the power.
Fight the power.
I don't know. Yeah, but we opened up with that, man. It's fitting as it seems the world is burning around us. But we're gonna get through this, y'all. But let's do our check-in before we get into these topics, man. How you doing, 10 meters?
Man, I'm doing good. 1 month left here in Austin. And then it's, 1 more month here is left in Austin. So, yeah.
You know where you headed yet?
I got a pretty good idea where I might be going next. They have my recruiter hasn't gotten back to me, but somebody did get in touch with me, or about a position actually home.
Where, in New Orleans or here in KC?
You know where home is, man. Kansas City.
Nigga, you be saying
where the heart is.
I guess
That's
you
right.
be saying I be heading back to New Orleans with my people at, so that's why I had to clarify.
No, not where my people at. Where my home is.
Where your boy Drew,
Kansas
where your boy
City,
Drew
bro.
Brees is.
Shut up, dog. No home. So I got contacted about a position that's open in Kansas City. It's a position that I don't want, but it brings me back home. So
Is ACA?
it's with HCA.
I'm gonna say research.
It's a hospital I don't even want to go to.
Research.
You got it.
Yep. Yeah, no, they looking for niggas. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Now, why y'all won't do nothing with the black folks over in research, man? Black folks need help too.
It's not nothing to do. It's not to do with the black folks.
The niggas over in research. It's not.
I was born at research. Hold up, man.
I was born in research too.
Man.
It's not to do with research. It's the fact they have one EP lab. So you go from a hospital where you said they have 8?
I have 7.
7.
6. Well, I just 6 in the possible. 6 in the possible.
Y'all playing spades, but yeah. So you go from that to 1, dog. It ain't got nothing to do with black people. He could be out in like Olathe or somewhere. Then they got one lab too, and it's just gonna be it's draining trying to find things to do to keep yourself busy, going from that tempo.
Yeah. So because I'm used to doing 4 and 5 cases in a day. Mm-hmm. I probably do 4 or 5 cases in a week.
I don't know though. They trying to pick it up, but we'll see. I won't say it. Dr. G. He trying to lead. He trying to do the good fight. So yeah.
Well, see, Dr. G is over there, and also isn't Dr. K still there?
No, sir. That we can talk about that offline. They said
Oh shit.
They mutually agreed to part ways. Him and HCA. There we go. We'll leave it at that.
Oh shit.
I will tell you this though, G done got faster, but we won't get into that. We'll talk about that offline. All right, man. But it's good, man. Hopefully you make it back. That'd be good shit.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it will.
What's going on, Joe?
Man, I'm officially a SoundCloud rapper now.
I feel you.
Right.
Independent.
Hey man, that's some good shit you be spitting too.
Yeah, man. After the last episode, my sleep schedule's fucked up, so I don't go to bed till 6 a.m. nowadays. So we were done recording, and I was sitting up. I was like, I might as well fucking record a song. And so I recorded it, and I put it on the last episode. And I was talking to Zeb, and Zeb was like, man, you got to publish that. So I said, how am I going to go about doing that? He's like, man, a lot of niggas do SoundCloud. Can't be that hard. So I said, all right, let me figure it out. And so I went ahead and got me an account and published that song along with some old stuff that we had talking about from 16 years ago.
Damn.
That we had worked on. We had worked for about a year to put together a project and never really released it. So now it's finally released on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Called Terrible Thoughts is something that we did as a group.
Okay.
And I'm going to release my project. I'm waiting on cover art. I talked to the same guy who did our cover art for the podcast, my guy Jason Jones. And he's putting together something for me. So when he comes back with some cover art for that, I'm going to release all the stuff that I've been working on in the last year. And put it together as a finished piece. So I've been playing with that for quite some time, and so I'm at the point where that's ready to be published. So
nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Very nice.
And then go ahead.
No, I said very nice.
Yeah. So I got a source on my side eye. I can wait on it though.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, bring that out.
Or is it topic related?
I think it's no. I think it's its own thing.
Okay, well, go on then.
Yeah. So I spent the whole day arguing with black folks.
Okay.
The source of my side eye is basically Garveyites who hate Barack Obama.
Oh my God, dog, nigga, don't get me started, dog. I be on Twitter on the I be punching the air, nigga.
Oh man, I've been debating.
Your side eye is gonna break his side eye. Come on, God damn.
I'm like, well, nigga, they want to argue about how bad Barack Obama was, and I'm like, well, y'all do know that Barack Obama was a president. He wasn't a king,
nigga.
He wasn't an emperor.
No.
Right.
He wasn't a fucking czar.
No.
Yeah.
He wasn't a dictator. He operated under the presidential system, and under the presidential system, there's checks and balances. And so you want to ask the question, did he do enough for black people? I don't know how, first and foremost, the first black president was going to come out pro-blackity black.
Nigga.
His ass would have been lynched and hung day 4.
He would not have been the first black president. We had that dude. That was Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson lost in the primaries.
Hymantown.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't let me down. We had that. It didn't work. In order to get a first black president, he couldn't be on a pro-black agenda.
Right.
And so he gets in there. I think he did things for, the working class people. And so a lot of the black community is working class. Did he do everything that he could have done? I don't know. But I tell you what, when you sit there and tell me that you didn't vote in the midterm,
nigga,
what the fuck else we got to talk about?
Nothing. Dog, I've been nigga, dog. Dog.
We got a common side eye,
bruh. Hey, dog. Niggas. I hate the stereotype, dog, but niggas treated Barack Obama the same way niggas treat black folks that they know that own their own business.
Yep.
They want it like, oh, you got a meat shop, you do hair, you do nails, okay. How much? Let me come through and pull up. Well, how much you charge? I don't get no discount. No, nigga, this is how I feed my family. What are you talking about?
I gotta eat.
Barack Obama, will you destroy all the Confederate monuments and make all white people bend the knee to everything black? I can't do that. I got to support the whole nation. You do know that I'm the president of the United States, right? Not just of niggas.
Like these niggas had 8 years to end racism. What the fuck is he doing?
8 years, dog. 8 years.
Why he ain't reversed 400 years of slavery and Jim Crow and black codes and all the bullshit?
Because
in his 8 years, man, what the fuck we hiring for?
Why has he not removed?
The black community is only 11% of the population.
Why has he not removed all the Chinese people from Africa? I'm like, I have seen this. Hey, bro, niggas have gotten so woke, dog. I was literally looking at a text message where woke, half sleep, whatever you want, quote unquote woke. I was literally looking at a tweet where a nigga said with they full nigga adult lungs that Nelson Mandela was a sellout because he went and worked with the people who fucking what nigga. I almost took my own life because I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to exist with you niggas no more. No more. Have we got, nigga, we have reached the end of the Matrix, dog. We have reached the end of it.
Yes. There's no more, there's nothing else after that part. Because God,
I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say to that, dog. They said this nigga was a sellout because he went back, he turned his back on his people and worked with the same people who put him in jail. And I'm like, what was he?
For 27 years as a political prisoner. I mean, come on, man.
I'm like, what was he supposed to do? He ain't Nelson Wick, nigga. He supposed to go back. He supposed to go back to his family home and bust open the ground and pull some guns out and kill everybody.
Everybody, man.
That's what they want. That's truly what they want.
Nah.
They're not gonna be happy. They're not gonna be happy until Nat Turner's president. Nigga, that's what they want, man.
They want Nat Turner.
They want Nat Turner to be president, and anything short of Nat Turner is unacceptable.
Hey, dog, somebody said something on podcast. I can't remember which podcast. It was three guys on. Shout out to them. They said something, dog. Niggas turned into children when it comes to the shit because they will, and then what? Everything. And then what?
Yeah.
And then what? And then what? What do you mean, nigga? Ain't no more and then what? The nigga went to the White House. He was the first, president to really call police out as much as you can call them out nationally and say, y'all being stupid.
Yeah, that's basically what he did. I mean,
with the
they wanted him to let out all the prisoners.
All the prisoners, dog. All of them. Lil Pookie,
all of them. Lil
Ray, John. Yeah, true, he did stab that woman, but it was his hoe. So basically, it was his property.
They want
free that nigga.
They want to abolish the police force.
Dog, you can't. Hey, dog.
Did they say abolish the police force?
No. That's real talk. That's real talk.
That's real talk.
There are certain sectors of the black community and probably other white communities but then though they also the agendas collide because there are certain sectors of the white community that want to abolish the police force, but for totally different reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Niggas are crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's like. No, there is a gray area. Can we find it, please?
My side. All this
too gray.
All this pseudo intellectualism, man.
Yes.
I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it.
They need to stop talking to T.I., man. That's some bullshit.
Barack Obama, once he got in, he would have supported his black queen and rid all of his staff of the white man and only had brothers and sisters on his staff.
Like he had 8 years in racism, but motherfuckers, like that's not tall enough order. I said you can get that shit done in about a fucking afternoon or two.
Yeah.
Fucking let's have meetings on it. But fuck, he had to fucking turn around the economy after the Great Recession.
Yes.
That nigga had to deal with the Arab Spring. He had to deal with North Korea. He had to deal with Cuba. He had to deal with Iran. But come on, man. What are we talking about, bro? He had to end 2 wars.
2 wars.
Yeah.
And all the while, niggas not voting midterm.
Nigga, don't forget this nigga found Bin Laden.
Found him.
And he found Bin Laden.
Found him. Killed him.
And he had to prove the nigga was born in America. Come on, man. What are we supposed to do, man? So in 8 years, he didn't do his job because he in racism.
He didn't do enough, bro. He didn't do enough.
Shit.
I don't know, dog. Like I said, dog. When you said it, dog, I was like, dog, I just like. And then these be the same niggas that be like, when Barack gonna say something? When he gonna talk about all this destruction? When he gonna talk about all the rioting? I'm like, wait a minute, nigga. Didn't you just call him a coon?
But did not vote in either midterm.
No,
nigga, I just.
But did not vote in either midterm. Why he ain't changed the laws, nigga? Because he can't change the laws. It's fucking checks and balances. He don't write the laws, nigga. He just
don't write the laws.
And since y'all didn't vote midterm in the Senate,
did y'all vote for a motherfucking Democrat to put in the law that you looking for, or a Democratic socialist, whoever the fuck you want?
Missed that.
And let's not forget. And since they selling their hands, didn't vote midterm. Senate went red as fuck. All them that Supreme Court justice that he was trying to push through.
Yeah.
Niggas don't, but niggas don't see that. They just think the White House. He told us, man, time and time again, it ain't about this house, dog. It's so much more. It's so much more we about to lose if y'all sit on y'all hands.
He's a president. He's not a dictator.
Yeah.
If he was a dictator like Trump trying to be, if he's a dictator like Trump trying to be, maybe he could do that shit. But if he did try to pass that shit in a dictatorial fashion, nigga, we talking about Civil War II.
Right.
Nigga, we talking about Michigan militia out here in these streets.
Yep.
Nigga, look, if you'd have thought these riots were something, shit. Let Barack Obama act like a dictator and see what that do.
Nigga.
Shit.
Nigga.
Shit.
There'd have been a lot more AT4s at Subway. So that just that one white dude that had one.
So I mean, that's the source of my side-eye, man. I've been arguing that shit online all day, wasting my day.
Yeah.
I guess shit better do with my life though. So
yeah.
Well,
all right. Well, thanks for sharing, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
So how's the day going, man? How your week?
My house, it's been good, man. Just working, cases going. Not so much a side eye, but just really, really checking on my white counterparts that I work with, seeing how talkative they were when it came to these masks, and them not being able to go out and get their little hair salons and tan-ins and going to get their margaritas and shit. But now it's black bodies in the street. It didn't got real quiet as far as the side talk.
Oh, yeah. No, we won't talk about that.
So I don't know if it's my side eye, but it's definitely a nigga is keeping notes.
Yeah.
And then, like, today I came into work and somebody was like, oh, man, you see what they did? And I tweeted it like it was a joke, but it really did happen. Like, somebody came into work and like, you see what they did to that old white man? And, like, in my mind, I was like, you see what they been doing to niggas every day?
Every day.
And then I was like, I did say, nah, I've been too busy watching them kill black people. Blink two times and fucking dissipated out of the room, dog, like I was a ninja. So, like I said, I don't know if it's side eye, dog, but then I don't know that I'm sure she probably listens to the show. I ain't gonna say her name though, but shout out. There's been a couple of people. A couple of white RNs that I work with, one in Rollin, Missouri, one that I know up here, just really hitting me up like, and at first it was annoying, but at the same point in time, I get it. They're trying to understand how to address issues, because they're like, yeah, I had to delete a lot of friends, but I also know if I delete everybody, like we talked about on the Dud Seed episode, if I delete everybody and don't try to get the information out to the people who I know who may be ignorant but not racist, that people just ain't gonna know. So they've been doing their part. They've been hitting me up, and we've been going back and forth talking about different ways to address situations and shit like that. So I really appreciate it, because I know we get into it, and I even had someone say, y'all sure y'all like white people? Yes, we do. Yes, we do spend a lot of time talking about the fucked up shit white people do, but I do appreciate and I do acknowledge we've even had white people on the show,
we've had white person on the show.
White person on the show, my bad. But we do acknowledge, we
got to strive to achieve white people.
Yeah, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. We don't want to tell no lies here on the Brothers Breaking Bread podcast. But we do acknowledge that we can't do it alone. We have said it numerous times. We cannot do it without the help of white people, and I appreciate and I respect white people who sit down, go into it with their friends and sometimes their family members. Sometimes it might be their fucking spouse, and they sit down and have these conversations. I appreciate it. I won't speak for nobody else, but I'm sure my brothers here do appreciate it also. But we got to keep doing it. We got to keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know he probably won't appreciate. Damn, I'm already fucked up. Appreciate me saying his name on the podcast, but shout out to my nigga Josh Wood.
Hey, that's the homie though. That's the homie. He don't fuck around when it comes to issues.
Yes,
but you know what? Go ahead. You done? Go ahead.
Yeah. So because every time I post something, or if Store posts something on Facebook or Twitter, he's always, he has those, I don't get this. I mean, why are we against, he's always against everything that, I should say he's with us. He stands with us, on the battlefield, as far as with the words and everything like that. So yeah, my big shout out to my homie out there.
You know what? Drew Brees can learn a lot from Josh.
Everyone is looking back now at Kaepernick's protests from a few years ago, and obviously they were always about police brutality, and now it's coming back to the fore, and a lot of people expect that we will see players kneeling again if and when the NFL season starts. I'm curious how you think the NFL will and should respond to that. And of course, you're such a leader in the league. What is your responsibility as a leader in times like this for the rest of your teammates and players in the league?
Well, I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and to try to make our country and this world a better place. So every time I stand with my hand over my heart, looking at that flag and singing the national anthem, that's what I think about. And in many cases, it brings me to tears, thinking about all that has been sacrificed, not just those in the military, but for that matter, those throughout the civil rights movements of the 60s, and everyone and all that has been endured by so many people up until this point. And is everything right with our country right now? No, it's not. We still have a long way to go. But I think what you do by standing there and showing respect to the flag with your hand over your heart is it shows unity. It shows that we are all in this together, we can all do better, and that we are all part of the solution.
It's obvious, my nigga.
I just want to point out that that's 10 Meters' favorite player ever.
Favorite player ever. Hey, dog, I just want to point out the NFL, they fucked this nigga up, dog. They did not give this nigga the talking points for the week because the NFL is saying something totally motherfucking different, dog.
They did. Yeah. He didn't get no memo.
He didn't get the memo, dog. Or they must have sent it the way he got his email mailbox set up. This shit must have went to spam, nigga, because he did not read the
spam. He got Roger Goodell on Do Not Answer, nigga.
Do Not Answer. So. And but here we are though, right? Like we listen to this and we can all say, yes, this is his opinion, but we go the other step to say we don't agree with it, blah blah blah. And when Kaepernick said some of the same stuff, not the same stuff as he's saying, but the opposite of it, all we heard from other people was he needs to just shut up and play ball.
Oh no, your boy Brees has gotten that all. No, we've been on that. My fucking Garveyites.
Yeah.
Them Garveyites been telling this nigga shut the fuck up.
Who? Yeah. Brees?
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about us. Yeah. The guard. I'm talking about. But I should put out and say mainstream media is giving this a pass at first. Cause I got a clip with Laura Ingraham when LeBron said his shit.
Notice what you said. You said Laura Ingraham.
Is it Laura Ingraham? It is.
That's her name. Yeah. Notice you saying Laura Ingraham.
No, but I'm saying,
who she work for?
Fox News.
But
what I'm saying is there are other white people who do the same thing. When LeBron said what he had to say, they like tell this nigga shut fucking dribble. When this nigga say what he gotta say, he's like, oh, it's just his opinion. It's his opinion. That's it. That's all.
That is Fox. I think there are other media sources that have come down hard on Brees, and I think Brees basically felt that heat and his locker room.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the media. He cared about when Michael Thomas said, "Hold the fuck up, pimp."
Hold on, bro.
And maybe it's not the media, but I'm telling you, there's been an outpouring on Twitter and Facebook and all social media outlets. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he heard that too.
No, he
feel it war.
I think he heard that too.
He instantly felt that heat.
Yeah, I think he feels that too. But it's the same man that's in the press box, buddy with Trump. So I don't know if he feels it or not, if he cares or not. And let's not forget, that's a whole different story as far as.
I agree. I think the primary concern for him is going to be that locker room.
Yeah. But I agree with you too, though.
I still think. Okay, so we haven't listened to his apology yet.
No, because I wanted to point out a couple things though. Is I hate, especially somebody who, me and 10 Meters have been in the military. I know Yo Pops talked to James about it. He can tell horrible stories about what happened to him, or a story what happened to him when he came back. It's like white America, and especially like people like Brees who just trumpet their grandparents and grandfathers. They forget that there are black grandfathers who fought in these same wars.
Next to them.
And came home to a lot of bullshit.
Because somebody said, who said that? Somebody was talking about that.
Well, I tweeted it and put it up on Facebook as a post, but I don't know who talked about it.
I felt like there was a video, because that spoke to me, because, my dad tells, I tried to get y'all to watch Mudbound.
I saw it.
I still gotta watch it, dog. But I can't watch it right now because the world's on fire, and I'm sure I'll be outside with my Smith & Wesson shooting the people.
Oh, my dad. I tried to get my dad to watch it. He refused. He was like, "Nah, I lived it. I don't need to do that."
Bruh, that movie was so motherfucking powerful, man.
I was like, God, my dad came home, and every time he talks about it, he tears up because when he came home, he got on the bus, and he wanted to sit down Rosa Parks style in the front of the bus in uniform, as a man who's gone over to fight, quote unquote, for freedom in foreign lands, and he got a pistol pulled out on him and told him to move to the back of the bus. I'm gonna shoot you.
It's
you
crazy.
Know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
That's the experience. That's the military history. That's probably why James and I did not pursue the military, because my dad wasn't near about trying to push us towards it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I mean,
and if I had kids,
it's frustrating. It's
even
frustrating.
with my relatives, I don't push it to them.
I don't push it, and I be telling people all the time, nigga, I had a kid, another kid on the way. I needed a job. It wasn't about no patriotism, nigga. I tell people it was a job. Sorry,
right?
You know, it ain't. But then, even back to that though, like what your dad had, what your dad experienced ain't even. I mean, it's way more what I experienced. But I'm on active duty. I'm down in Ronald, Missouri, just walking home, and I got people telling me go home, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nobody put no gun on me, but it's still like here I am, been deployed 3 times for this country.
Right.
And I got some white boy in some fucking truck talking about go home, nigga. So
the other story he tells that always makes him upset is that you know, they had just desegregated the military under Truman.
Right.
And so he's in a white regiment in Korea, and they get some R&R back in Japan, and the whole company, I guess, is going to go see a geisha show.
Okay.
But they tell him, nah, I'm going to let you go out in Japan and just walk around and do whatever the fuck you want to do, because we don't think you should go see the geishas. You know what I'm saying? That ain't something you want to do.
Right.
Like he ain't a red-blooded man like everybody else in the regime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, I mean, yeah, dude. We all have, you know what I'm saying, people who served in this country, and we all look at this flag and we have different experiences when we look at it, man. And so Drew Brees' experience, he's talking about his family and da-da-da-da-da. We got family members too, and our shit ain't the same.
Ain't the same, dog. And that's America. So
yeah.
So like, as we said, little bit of the team, probably a lot. And I think about, I agree with Joe in 10 meters. Probably a lot of social media out there, man. Because right now, dog, the world, not just America, the world is done with this fucking police state that is forming everywhere. They are just niggas is upset, and white people too. And so what we get is somebody got a hold a Drew, and we get I had to build up, and we get an apology. Let's hear what he got to say now. Wow, computers, live podcasting. There we go.
Computer don't care.
Computer don't care, nigga. Yeah, just push play.
Yeah.
I had it loaded up when we started. Here we go.
I know there's not much that I can say that would make things any better right now, but I just want you to see in my eyes how sorry I am for the comments that I made yesterday. I know that it hurt many people, especially friends, teammates, former teammates, loved ones, people that I care and respect deeply. That was never my intention. I wish I would have laid out what was on my heart in regards to the George Floyd murder, Ahmaud Arbery, the years and years of social injustice, police brutality, and the need for so much reform and change in regards to legislation and so many other things to bring equality to our black communities. I am sorry, and I will do better, and I will be part of the solution, and I am your ally.
See, the written version he had, talking about he was going to be a leader in the black community. I was like, hold the fucking phone, bro.
Hold on, Joe.
That's
hey, 10 meters. Is he welcome back to the cookout?
No.
He don't get no. He can't get to go.
Let me tell you why.
He brought a ring to the Noya. He can't get a fucking chicken wing.
I do not get. Yeah, he can get a chicken wing after the party. Anyway, so if there's any left, but here's my take on Drew Brees. Yes, I am a New Orleans Saints fan. First and foremost.
I'm a black man first and foremost. You over here, you a Saints fan?
Wait. Right. Okay. God damn it. Oh shit. You know what? With you two, I can't win for losing. All right. First of all, yes, I am a black man. First and foremost, I am a black man.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees is a white man.
Yes.
And he sees that he overstepped himself. Okay. Now.
But hold on. Did he really? I don't know if he overstepped.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead. My bad.
I believe, in my opinion, he overstepped because he only saw those stars and stripes and said, "Hey, my family fought in the war, and they sacrificed their lives in World War I or whatever war they were in. My family did it." He was so short-sighted that he didn't realize that other families, namely those of color, also fought side by side with his daddy and his grandfather.
Okay.
In these wars. Go ahead.
Well, we'll take a step back. I will interject that I think he is very much aware that there were African American soldiers that fought in these wars. But what I think is a lot of white Americans remain blinded to what happened when a lot of African Americans came home. So they look at through a lens of whiteness where they think all these military men who fought, men and women, my bad, who fought, all see and respect and have reverence for this flag and this nation the same way that I do. And so when you say overstep, I think in his heart of hearts, he thought he was doing the right thing. The flag is this sacred object or image of America. It should never be disrespected, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. And like I said in our chat, go ahead, my bad.
Okay, yeah, and that's good, and that's cool, and that's what I said. He only focused on, how it affected him. He didn't focus. Oh no, he was not paying attention on how it affects the nation. And
that's why I said in our chat group though, it's like I think if you just basically his apology, if you reword his apology, and then put what he said in the beginning on the back end, I don't think he gets any. He might, of course, he's gonna get a little blowback here and there. But if he says, "I understand what's happening in the black communities or whatever, however you want to word that, communities. I understand that there are many out there who are suffering, being killed at the hands of police, but and I support that. I will give money for that. I'll be a leader in the community for that. But for me personally, just like me, I stand for the anthem.
Right,
I do. But I will never disrespect or down anyone or put me personally in front of that either.
No.
So when on the back end you go, but this is how I was raised. I can never personally support kneeling for the anthem personally, but I do support all my teammates and others in the NFL, in the community, who see this as an appropriate way to protest injustice. What's wrong with that?
But see, he's kneeled before, though.
I know. That's the thing, too,
pictures.
though. Yeah,
there's pictures where he kneeled in solidarity with his teammates.
But was that...
He didn't look comfortable doing it, though.
But I forget the whole thing, though. Because that was the one...
I don't know if those were bad knees or
but that was the 1 week, though, when all the NFL owners came out and did it because President Bush, goddamn, my bad. President Trump called everybody sons of bitches or whatever. Or telling everybody, get everybody right. So that was the 1 week. Even your boy Jerry Jones came out and did some funny shit.
Jerry Jones
not
did
Jerry,
that.
not Jerry.
Shit, Jerry Jones was out there too. I don't know if he kneeled, but he was out there.
Everybody did something that week. It was the 1 week where they did something funny just because Trump got out of hand and made all them rich white men look bad.
So,
I believe Brees both times.
Yeah.
I believe Brees the first time because I feel like that shit was in his heart. But I also feel like he lives in a condition of white privilege.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he doesn't think about the issues. He doesn't study the issues the way he ain't listening to the Brothers Breaking Bread. We need to get him.
We need to get him on the show.
Somebody needs to send him the link.
Maybe what I'll do is, since I am, I do follow his Twitter account.
So you Who Dat Nation and Brothers Breaking Bread Nation.
Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and slip
you are the conduit.
Say, hey, Drew, I used to be a fan, but
damn, nigga, you come on,
you
man.
still a fan.
You on that sucker shit.
Listen,
hold on, dog. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you still a fan, dog. Once again, like I agree.
I do.
Go ahead.
I'm about to say I accept his apology. I do accept his apology, but I will never forget what he said and how he felt at first.
And that's what I said. I believe his apology because I believe when he was confronted with the truth, the motherfucker had to deal with it. Yes. I do also think that shit was motivated by the fuck this nigga got a locker room to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I also,
hypothetically, just if we have a season,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
And I also appreciate that he did it quickly. He didn't waste too much time on, oh shit, I made a mistake. How should I approach this? No, he did this motherfucker quickly. He's like, oh shit, I made a mistake. Let me get back on Twitter, like maybe the next couple of days, and start apologizing because what I said was wrong.
And once again, though, like even if I got his apology on screen, you look back at his words as far as his initial statement. Like we've all said, he made it about him and his family and the flag, when this is about police brutality and injustice, and people are using the anthem. Well, because I mean, what else did Colin Kaepernick have? He's not at that point in time.
He didn't have anything else.
He wasn't a very outspoken person. He said, "I'd rather be in the locker room, but now y'all making me come out of the locker room. I'm not standing for the fucking anthem. What do you want me to do?"
Right.
And so Drew Brees was like, yeah, I don't agree with, and like we already said, that shit, you should have been like, all this shit is bad. Black people getting killed by police is bad. This is bad. I understand that my brothers and sisters in the struggle, wherever you want to put it, want to kneel during this time. Me personally, because of my family and what I believe in, I can't do it. It'd be the same way you and Joe are Christians. I'm an atheist. I'm not going to get on here and just talk shit about Christianity. I'm not going to do that because y'all my brothers. Right. I may not see the world the same way as y'all do, but I respect the men that you are, and you came to. Part of that is because of your religious faith. So I'm not going to say, well, fuck Christianity, and by the way, I support my brothers and they fight. It's like, what? Right. Y'all gonna be like, wait a minute, nigga.
I'm gonna refer you back to the book that I referred you to on the Does Seed episode. You can't teach what you don't know. You can't teach what you don't know.
You're right.
He ain't immersed in the subject matter because he don't have to be.
You're true.
And therefore, it's hard for him to make a simple statement that Roger would have made. Right. It's difficult for him to say, "Hey, both sides." But two things can be true at the same time.
Correct.
Because I'm only looking through my lens.
You know
what I'm saying?
Through his perspective.
I mean,
correct.
You just can't teach what you don't know, man. If you don't know nothing about it, that's why when he got swarmed with the shit, I guess he figured the shit out real quick.
Yeah, I better learn this quick or
lose his life.
Have a bad outcome.
Or Jameis Winston gonna be out here week 2. After they miss some fucking blocks and I get my shit dislocated.
But we're gonna switch gears here though. Still in the vein of white quarterbacks in the NFL fucking up. Now this, I truly believe, is people got a hold of this message and him like, So Jake Fromm, a former star quarterback at University of Georgia, who was drafted by Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills apologized on Thursday after past text messages of his emerged online, showing him saying that guns should be expensive, so only elite white people can buy them.
God damn it, Roger.
Hey, Buffalo having a rough week too, man.
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
Buffalo done caught that Georgia disease, nigga.
But hold on though. Racism is so powerful. Poor white people don't understand that saying, I don't want y'all poor asses having guns either.
Right.
That's how powerful racism is. This nigga, that racism is that there's somebody who was living in a double wide that said, he said elite white people. That mean
Amen, brother.
That mean me, brother. Elite.
No, in a double wide.
Neither. You're not elite.
You don't get one. Not in a double wide.
Yeah.
You don't live elite.
So according to NBC Sports in the newly emerged messages, Fromm said that guns were good and added, just make them very expensive so only elite white people can have them. You get them. Ha ha ha. The message reportedly sent when Fromm still played for Georgia in March of last year. Fromm tweeted on Thursday afternoon he is extremely sorry for his choice of words in the text messages. Which words? Although I never meant to imply that I am an elite white person as stated later in the conversation, there's no excuse for the word choice and sentiment. While it was poor, my heart is not, Fromm said. Now more than ever, the time for supporting togetherness, and I stand against racism 100%, he continued. I promise to commit myself to being a part of the solution in this country. I addressed my teammates and coaches in a team meeting today, and I hope they see the incident is not representative of the person I am. Again, I'm truly sorry for my words and actions, and humbly ask for forgiveness, Fromm added.
Hey, nigga, it's gonna be some missed blocks up in Buffalo too.
Hey, you see, somebody put a meme up. They said Drew Brees, week 1 offensive line. They put that Stevie Wonder face on the nigga's helmet, dog.
I like that fucking Topps football card they put up with Calvin Candy.
Yes.
But I want to say this though, dog. But like. He said, although I never meant to imply that I'm an elite white person. So he never once said that, no, I don't think that only white people should own guns.
Right. What about elite black people?
This is the question. If you make them expensive, elite black people should be able to afford them fuckers too.
Yeah.
You think?
I don't know if he thought that one all the way through. Be consistent in your racism, nigga.
No, so what is
you gonna be classist? Or you gonna be racist, nigga? Pick one.
So what's an elite white person though? That's what I'm trying to find. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ones who can afford these guns that he doesn't raise the markup on.
Yeah, dog.
Right.
You know, you know what? I think we should go with Chris Rock's solution.
Make the bullets real expensive.
Make the bullets expensive, nigga.
Yeah. Right.
You shoot that motherfucker, you gotta go retrieve that bitch.
It's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets.
Sorry. But let's see here. But hold on. You know what? We'll put that for last. But back to what I was saying earlier about Laura.
It's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Oh, and LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
Well, he's allowed to have his view about what kneeling and the flag means to him. I mean, he's a person. He has some worth, I would imagine. I mean, this is beyond football, though. This is totalitarian conduct. This is Stalinist. And by the way, on the streets of New Orleans, we're looking at live pictures. They're shouting, F Drew Brees. Wow. That's what this moment has done.
She drunk, nigga. That bitch sounds.
We can't expect Laura Ingraham to be consistent. No. She's a Republican.
Right.
So, come on, man. But like you said, the
only difference between. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Joe. I mean, not Joe. Tim Major.
So what I was gonna say is the only difference between LeBron James and Drew Brees is LeBron's black. So that nigga, he shouldn't have no opinion.
Drew Brees
just shut up and dribble.
Drew Brees doesn't dribble. He plays football.
Plays football, sir. Niggas got stupid.
Yeah, but they're both athletes, right? They're both highly paid athletes, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let's wash our mouth with some blackness.
It's been 10 days since George Floyd was brutally murdered.
How many times do we need to ask you to listen to your players?
What will it take for one of us to be murdered by police brutality?
What if I was George Floyd?
If I was George Floyd?
What if I was George Floyd?
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 I am George Floyd.
I am Brees. Aubery on the table.
I am Ahmaud Aubery.
I am Eric.
Oh shit.
See, my quarterback and my safety are woke.
I am Walter Scott.
I am Michael Brown Jr.
I am Samuel Du Bois.
I am Frank Smart.
I'm Philip White. I'm Jordan Baker.
We will not be silenced.
We assert our right
To peacefully protest.
It shouldn't take this long to admit.
So, on behalf of the National Football League,
This is what we, the players,
Would like to hear you state.
we, the National Football League,
Condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people.
we, the National Football League,
Admit wrong and silencing our players from peacefully protesting.
we, the National Football League,
Believe Black Lives Matter.
Black lives matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black lives matter.
See, my quarterback and my safety believe Black Lives Matter. What about your quarterback?
My receiver does.
I ain't gonna lie.
What about your quarterback? What about your quarterback?
Hey, hold
My
on.
receiver does.
Hold on, though.
Hey.
Hold on. Have you ever seen Tekashi 6ix9ine and Honey Badger in the same room?
You know what? They look just alike, dog.
Same thing. It was Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus.
I ain't never seen them in the same room. First time I seen this, dog, I was like, what Tekashi? Oh, wait a minute. That's Honey Badger. Never.
Ku Klux Klan and the police ain't never in the same room neither.
Never.
Did I overstep there?
That's crazy though. But just think about where we are as far as like what the last 2 years in the NFL with the Colin Kaepernick and all that shit. 2 years ago, dog, they would have never made this video.
No.
A year ago, they would never made this video, dog. That's where we are.
Hey, you giving Colin his job back?
Nah, I don't even. You know what? I don't even think Colin want his job back.
No.
And I don't want him. I don't want him. It's one of those things where it's best if he remains like, and you know, if they want to give him his job, I'm never one to question niggas' pockets. That's good. But it's better he remains like a fucking magical Negro unicorn that this mythical being that
sacrifices his livelihood for the cause.
Because as soon as that nigga throw 2 picks, oh nigga. Forget all the need.
Fuck your ass for that.
Yeah, dog. They gonna be like, yeah, we told y'all he trash. Fuck Black Lives Matter. It's trash. All of it's trash.
He gonna set the movement back. Oh shit.
Way back. And Colin Kaepernick be there.
And I think he has more power if that's what his true goal is, as far as like power to the movement and all that shit, raising money for his program that's gotten money from what's old boy from Jack, whatever his name that runs Twitter, whatever the fuck, gave to
the guy owns Jack Kirby.
Yeah, the guy that owns Twitter, Jack, whatever the fuck. Yeah. But he gave $3 million. So I think once he gets into the league, you get into a lot of legal shit too, more, right? As far as like what you can do. We don't know what those contracts, especially all that bullshit that came about his workout and how the NFL didn't want him to have his own crew and do all this other shit. Just him getting a workout was a fucking circus. Can you imagine if someone actually gave him a job?
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, once again, if he still got it in him and he can be better than half these scrubs in the league, that's good.
Right.
But I think he does more, especially right now in this moment, not being tied down by the NFL.
Yeah, I agree with you on that story because he's right now a big voice for the voiceless. And a champion for the Black Lives Matter movement to me.
And once again, was never really a vocal dude. I mean, it gets lost in all of this. People make him up like he was like taking knees and slapping cheerleaders and cussing people out. He never really was like vocal until questioned. And then when he was questioned, he always had a smart answer.
Right.
So I don't know, but the answer, went a long way to say, if they want to give him a job, cool. I don't think it benefits him or his movement if he does get a job, or the movement, however that.
I just don't see how you sit out for 4 years.
No, that too. That's what I'm saying, dog. As soon as that nigga get in there and throw an interception, or he do something stupid, nigga, it's not even he's out, dog. Like Joe said. it ain't gonna even be about kneeling. It's gonna be like, see, we told y'all. It wasn't about the movement. It wasn't about his thing. He was trash. All was trash. He was trash to begin with. And it's gonna be like, you're gonna be fighting all that shit.
That's the issue. That's what they were saying back then. It wasn't collusion. He wasn't a good quarterback. That's what they were saying back then, man.
And you can put all the numbers, like back then it was relevant because you can put all his numbers up against all his contemporaries, and he was never in the bottom of anything as far as like his stats. And but if he gets in the league and he get out there and he trash, nigga, fuck everything.
His numbers at the time said he was either a starter on a horrible team or a backup on an excellent team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that was my thing. Yeah. Everybody was like, well, is he a starter? I'm like, I don't know he's a starter, but I know he better than half of the league. That goes for the backups, too. I said, I know he's better than half the niggas that's on the roster getting a check right now today. Prove me wrong, nigga.
I can't say that. I can't say that 4 years after the fact.
No, I can't say it now. I'm talking about back then when niggas out there fighting a good fight, for Kaepernick. But right now, I'm like, nigga, I might be better. I don't know. I've actually been working out. I don't know. From what I know, he works out too, or he does good Nike videos that shows him working out.
I'm gonna set a name on my Damie.
Yeah. So once again, dog. But he's doing. I mean, he's doing excellent work. He's not even out there really talking. He's just lending his power. He's lending his face to the movement. His fame. Yeah, and that's what he did, and I think he accepted that too, though. And maybe he knew, like, I'm a middle of the road, good quarterback. I got it on a team that struck the iron while I was hot. How that saying goes, and we got to the Super Bowl. I had a chance to win it, I didn't, and here we are. I don't know what niggas want him to do. I don't know what white people want him to do. He's always been that dude to say, I don't agree with this. I'm not gonna burn anything down. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is and give to these communities, give to these people who need it, who have less. Cause I'm good, but they not. And that's who he's always been. So I don't know what people want him to do.
I'm with you. I think he jeopardizes his legacy if he steps on the field.
Dog, it's gonna be so bad, dog. Unless he get out there and just have a ball a year, which I don't think so. Like you said, 4 years.
Right. I don't think. Yeah, he's been out the league too long.
He do some Nick Foles type shit and just like the last 5 games come in, just ball the fuck out and get to the Super Bowl, nigga.
Right.
Anyway, but okay. So I mean, yeah, dog. Just this should be the theme of the show for the probably. It's probably gonna be I'm gonna introduce this show to the show. Y'all could just shut the fuck up. Drew Brees. Who else out there? A lot of people. Donald Trump. A lot of people out there just fucking like. You see a lot of stars out there who trying to do the right thing, but as we said,
Candace Owens could definitely shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're gonna ease into that, but just people who mean well, who don't understand, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
It's okay not to talk. It's okay not to talk.
Just give your money to the whatever calls, legitimate calls you want to give to, legitimate being the key word, legitimate calls you want to give it to, and then shut up. And then when somebody say something, you can say,
You know what I always have to tell people in class? It's okay to ask questions.
Yeah.
If you don't know some shit, you ain't gotta be the authority, nigga. Ask a question.
Yeah.
Ask a nigga who know. You can always contact the brothers who break bread.
The one time in a long time, I say, hey, just be like Kanye West. Don't say shit and give $2 million.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all you gotta do. Yeah. How let a nigga know who know.
Yeah.
And let them inform you. That's all you gotta do. That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
Now you know what, we kind of slid into it, but I'm gonna give Joe's boo a little time. Hold on.
Was reminded by the people who pay her that now's the time for her to come out and say terrible things against black people. And that's exactly what she did in reference to George Floyd. This video was just so, it was just so disgusting, and I hated that I needed to watch it. And I hate that I'm sharing part of it with you now, but I think it's important to understand how easily people can be corrupted into saying this type of disgusting nonsense. So go ahead and watch.
I want to come out and say that I do not support George Floyd and the media depiction of him as a martyr for Black America. Shelby Steele said that the Black community is unique from other communities. Our culture is unique from other communities because we are the only community that caters to the bottom denominator of our society. Now, let me explain what that means. It means to say that not every Black American is a criminal, not every Black American is committing crimes, but we are unique in that we are the only people that fight and scream and demand support and justice for the people in our community that are up to no good. You would be hard pressed to find.
Okay. Oh, shit. My head hurt, nigga.
She's about to get me pissed. She's about to piss me off.
Hold on. Why does she always look like somebody who's playing Candace Owens? As Candace Owens, like in a Hallmark movie or something, dog. Her hair look like it got made by.
Because she's a character. She's a cartoon of herself, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you,
caricature.
I'm gonna tell you, and the comedian, what's his name, Ryan Davis.
Yeah, dog.
I think pointed this out that she ain't really get the love that she felt like she deserved from the Black community. You call her my boo. I don't know, man. For the Black community, I might have to do this. Mm-hmm. I think what she really needs is an attitude adjustment.
What that mean? She need to see Ike Turner, nigga. What that mean?
No, Ike Turner. She just needs. She might need a little hair pulling.
No, don't pull her hair. That shit gonna snap like straw, nigga. Have you seen her hair, nigga? Have you seen her hair, nigga?
She might need a little ass slapper. I think she just need a good. She need a good talking to. That's all she needs. I think she'd be happy. I think the attitude adjust. She married that white dude. That ain't doing it right for her. I think she'd be done with Brexit. I think she'd be.
I think you just reaching, dog. I think you want her to come back because you love her. You like when you
boo. That's my boo. I would say, man, it hurt. It pains me to see her like this, man. She's a shell of herself.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like George Floyd that she made about some other shit, and like we gonna pretend like white people don't want they not shit family members not to go to jail? Is that what she just said?
Right.
She's full of shit. She full of fucking shit, bro.
What she said. She said because this man, did some crime in his past that he doesn't deserve to live. Basically, is what she said.
She's saying like only black people, only the black community is the only community that raises up for justice. Never mind the fact that
he was unarmed.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about him being unarmed. We just want justice. That's what all this is about. We just want justice. It don't matter if it's my uncle that smoke crack. It don't matter if it's my sister or cousin, whoever that whores they self out. They too deserve justice.
It shouldn't take fucking rioting.
No.
And burn down targets and auto zones.
No.
And police stations to get police officers who have wrongfully, everybody came to the conclusion that shit was murder long before the fucking attorney general. I don't want to say attorney general. The fucking the district attorney. The district attorney. In that city, that county decided to press charges.
Yeah.
It took way too much fucking effort to get that shit to happen.
Right.
Like our girl said at the beginning of the show, charge the police. Charge all the police.
Charge.
You know what I'm saying? Be consistent in that shit. If that was fucking citizens doing that shit, if that was citizens putting their knee on a nigga neck and killing them, they'd have been in jail. They'd have been under the jail.
Yeah.
Be consistent about that shit, nigga. You a police officer, you also a citizen. You should be subject to the same fucking rules.
First, right.
Man, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she's full of shit. She acting like fucking other communities don't look out for they weakest people.
And even hide them. Even like, but here's the biggest. It's funny because the police, which are a community, hides the worst of their They're citizens, or I guess they're participants in that community.
Exactly.
The police,
the worst fucking police officers get to hide behind the blue line, man.
No, I'm like, and then the other side of it is, if black people, if you consider black, which America sometimes does, consider black people to be the lesser or least of this society, if they benefit from it, you fucking know white people benefit from it. So why not? Yeah. Why not get in on this shit and stop police from fucking killing us? Because if we get in the win, nigga, the world getting the win, nigga, the world.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna stop police from killing.
No, you're not.
Fucking accountability. Yeah. Nigga, if you do some shit that is outside of what should be done in the scope and practice of your profession, nigga, you should be accountable for that shit. If I snatch up a child at work, I'm going before authority figures, and I'm probably gonna get released. I'm gonna go before HR. You know what I'm saying? If they do some shit that's out of their scope and practice, nigga fucking fire their ass.
If I slap a patient that's waking up off of medication and is getting too aggressive, they don't know where they're fucking at. If I slap them, I probably won't have a job.
Probably.
Yeah.
More than likely, I would not. No, I would not have a job. They'd be like,
"Oh, you wouldn't have a job." They wouldn't even want to listen to your side of the story.
Hold on, nigga.
They out here reckless in the med field, huh?
You slapping 80-year-old women who waking up from fucking anesthesia?
From anesthesia.
She was trying to bend her legs. I didn't want her to have.
You're not supposed to be asleep.
She was trying to bend her legs. I don't want her to have. I don't want her to get bleeding under the skin. I want her to have a hematoma. So I slapped her.
Yeah.
They were like,
I slapped the shit out of her.
That is no manual here, sir. You're fired.
No policy or procedure says this.
Yeah, we gave her enough time. But this is just video. This is audio. We'll play it, though. Then we'll talk about it. Hold on. This y'all haven't listened. What's this dude's name? Shit, they had it.
Fucking Biker Bob or something.
I call it nigga Biker Bob. I want to know his real name. So basically, it's some white man who was a former cop. He come to find out, I think he's like head of security somewhere. Yeah, but he's in a leadership position still. But here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, for me.
Hey, leave her alone.
Do not touch her. Do not touch her. She has nothing. Do not touch her, sir.
Leave her alone. Sarah, just walk away.
Walk away.
Hey!
Hey, get off of her!
Fuck you. Just get out of here. What? Hey! What the fuck? Give me the fucking thing. You want it? What? Give it to me. That's okay.
So, Joe, let's just say you're at the house, chilling out, and you raise and teach your daughters to be, with the world and learn about colleges and all that stuff, and you come home and you find out that they took it upon themselves to put up pictures in support of George Floyd, and you not only do you come to find out, but there's also video of a white man basically snatching it out of their hands, being very aggressive, and then turning on their friend, I guess, who had the camera, and using his bike to push their friend down the hill. What say you, sir?
I think at that point, that's when the manhunt begins. That's when we gather the fucking pitchforks and the torches, and we go find this motherfucker. And so Twitter has done that.
Yeah, they did find him.
Yeah. So you asked today, Twitter was on the stick, bro. They already know what to do. His name is John Damsky. Mm-hmm. And he is a cop in Montgomery County. Correction, he was formerly a Montgomery County police commander. He left in 2016 and is a deputy chief of the Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority. Mm-hmm. They got your motherfucking plates, nigga. They know who you are, nigga. They got your ID. Nigga, this is 2020. It's motherfucking receipts out here.
Dog. Yeah. And bruh, this was June 4th when this was posted.
Oh.
Yeah, nigga.
What's today?
Yeah, nigga.
It's June 5th.
June 5th. They got.
Yeah, nigga.
This was posted yesterday.
Dog,
they got his shit today.
And bro, it's like those. I mean, and of course, always show notes. Y'all know how it goes. Folks, listen. So basically, he rolls up. He snatches the papers, which are basically posters these young ladies printed that show support for George Floyd. He snatches from one girl. The other girl's backing away. You can hear somebody in the back. I don't know who the camera person is as far as relation to the girls saying, leave her alone, blah, blah, blah. She has nothing. He snatches it from her, and then he runs back, grabs his bike, and the person who was on the camera that has been saying, leave him alone, whatever, he does push them, it appears, down a very, like, not a steep hill. And then I guess he's standing over them, and they're like, you can hear him saying, give me the tape, give me the tape.
How mad you got to be, man? To be out here, because motherfuckers is posting fucking flyers. How mad you got to be? How dumb you got to be to be out here snatching fucking flyers from children, man?
Yeah.
Man, hey, man, I'm just waiting for this nigga to not only lose now, like Amy Cooper lost her job. Yeah. This nigga need to lose his freedom. That's fucking assault, man.
That is assault. Because
then,
you turn the picture, and I mean, yeah, and you know, these are, you know, and it doesn't matter the color of the children, but let's say we flip it, there's black children, and then the black parents roll up on this nigga and put hands on him. It's gonna be a whole different story. It's gonna be how sad it is, how horrible it is, how aggressive it is, and then we got another motherfucker we gonna put up on the sound stage. But yeah. It'd be a whole different tune. It'd be talking about how these angry, aggressive black people rolled up on them and beat them up.
Right.
But you fuck with people's kids, though.
Right.
You can't fuck, dog. There's a lot of things in this world that you can fuck with. I mean, you probably poke a hole in my car. I might be upset. But my kids and my money, in that order,
right,
we gonna have to see you.
Yeah.
Right.
Hands must be thrown.
Hands must be thrown, dog. Fuck all the talking. Fuck all that.
Fuck the dumb shit.
We gonna sit down.
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, dog. So
there's nothing to talk about.
Fuck, like Joe said, he needs to lose his job and he needs to get them charges.
Yes.
And speaking of
Twitter's on the job, man. Twitter's on the job. So we appreciate that, man. Thank you, 21st century technology.
In this video, speaking of niggas who need charges, this video here, yeah, it's
fucking bow and arrow, man.
Oh god. Fucking fat Legolas.
Yo, someone knock this fucker out, man.
So basically, I'm gonna set it up here. So I believe this is Salt Lake City. Man decides I'm gonna roll up to an area where there are people protesting. I've just finished watching Lord of the Rings. I got a fucking bow and arrow and a machete. I should be able to survive and fight the good fight, the good racist fight for the next day. I can push play.
All right.
Get this motherfucker, man.
Hey, that nigga thought he was Leroy Jenkins for real, dog.
Leroy Jenkins.
That nigga said, hey, I got my bow and arrow, I got my machete, let's go. Leroy Jenkins. Hey, dog, this shit look like World War Z, dog. When them zombies mob a nigga.
Yeah.
Brains.
This nigga getting mobbed up. I'm gonna play a little bit.
Shooting a fucking bow.
Fast forward here.
I promise this nigga thought he was Legolas, nigga.
This nigga thought he was Legolas, dog. So hold on, dog. I'm trying. It was in the. It should be in this tweet chain. Damn it, it's not. I fucked up.
No, he did not get his shot off.
So basically, though, there's an interview. I gotta find it. So in the interview, even though it's another thing about racists. They seem not to understand how technology works. Because in the interview with the local news team, he said, "Yeah, I was beat up by 2 black men."
Nah, nigga, about 14 white. Nigga, ain't no black men in Salt Lake City. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, dog.
You can't find 2 black
nigga.
together,
It wasn't nothing but skateboards and patchouli oil, nigga. What's that? Patchouli oil? Whatever the fuck white people be putting on their bodies, nigga. It wasn't nothing but skateboards and nigga skateboards and fists, dog. And it might have been a pair of jean coats out there, nigga. I ain't seen them since motherfucking the 90s, bro. But hey, dog, it wasn't nothing but white people fucking him up, dog. This one dude,
and then they fucked his car up too, nigga.
They fucked his car up. You know what? I lied. There's like one like real Pacific Islander looking dude on top of the car fucking him up. But there's one white dude, dog. There's like long hair. You see him? He wasn't getting nothing but headshots, dog. Headshots.
All headshots.
So we didn't really talk about it, but it's an interesting question. I mean, the answer's already known. So what's the obsession with racists, even though it's clearly filmed, even though with white women, when they kill their babies, they blame black men. What's the obsession? I guess racism is the answer. What's the obsession with just blaming niggas, even though it's clear to the world that you got mobbed by a gang of young white people who have nothing better to do today?
Right. Nigga, shit, because a black person do it, I believe it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, man.
Maybe they beat him so bad he thought he saw black.
Like I said, it's a dumb question, but it's just like it's that. What is that? I automatically, if I get fucked up, black people did it.
Yeah.
Sir, we have you here on this TikTok video shooting bow and arrows at niggas. Very poorly, I might add. But hold on though. If you gonna roll up,
fucking Merida out this bitch.
I don't know. If you gonna roll up with a bow and arrow, dog, at least look like you know what the fuck you doing.
Right.
This nigga, okay. I'm glad he didn't watch Robinson.
He ain't got the fucking pack of arrows on the back.
He ain't got the pack of arrows on the back, dog.
What's the nigga from Avengers?
Hawkeye. Hold on. How you gonna roll up and then be at street level? At least get on top of your car, dog, so you can get an angle, dog. He is not a tactician.
You gotta get the high ground. Why fuck you get the high ground?
He is not a tactician, and that's why I'm happy he got fucked up.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.